What's going on, YouTube? We're back again for part 7, I believe. And in this video, I have a list of what to do. And I will start with, first of all, we have a bug on our reviews show more, show less button. So we'll be debugging that right away. So we're going to finish up routing. We're going to finish up the overall details page. We're gonna start with our slider settings and having all set up so the cast and the trailers can slide and have a carousel effect. So let's get cracking. Let me get rid of myself. Cool. So I did want to start off with the bug that I had on reviews. So I'll show you what happens, or how I had it really. Button and console.log review. Let me bring up my, do I have it? Let me click inspect. Here we go. Turn on the console, get rid of it. Okay, so here is the problem now, right? So what we're doing is having event delegations, right? So we set up an event listener on the parent element of all of the reviews basically. And we're really only listening for a click event and really anywhere, and that was really the issue. You're listening to really anywhere where you click. So you can already tell, like, it's already bugging out. But we want to be very specific. What I was looking for, I wanted to specifically target the button, and now the button has a class name of reviews toggle. So what we have to do, so all this code is pretty much, you could say, perfect, right? So it's ready to go. But you can see that it works. But if you click on anything else, it's where you have an issue. So what we have to do is target that class name, not class list, but class name, is equal to review. Actually, let me bring up that reviews toggle. So reviews toggle. Only then we execute this code. Get rid of these consoles. Save it. Let's try it again. Well, we don't have the console anymore, so we don't need this, but you will see that nothing happens if you click on it because it's ignoring anything outside of this button element. Click it. Click it. We might do something with this because this is really long, and I don't know, we might limit this to, let's say, 200 words or so. And either we limit that to 200 words and say that we don't want to basically display it if it's longer than 200 words. But for that, we're going to have to create another function in here that's going to basically split the string within spaces, and then it's going to look for count the indexes. So we don't want the length of that array once we split the string to be longer than 200 characters, basically 200 words, sorry. But haven't decided yet, so let's just move on. So that's done. Actually, no, sorry, no, that is done. So these are actual reviews. Let's start all the way at the top. So we will go ahead and start with summaries. Now we have nothing here, and all it is a paragraph element with the string of the summary that's going to come from the movie itself. So whatever movie we have clicked on, it's going to display that. Let me pull up the Redux so we can see it. So what we need to do is, since it is a functional component, we're going to pass in a prompt of whoops, that's not what I want. Well, I'll call it summary. And to pass in the prompts, we have to go passing in the prompts from the movie details component into our summary component. And to do that, we have to say this dot props dot, I believe it's in movie details dot where is it? Overview. So that overview. Alright, movie details, that overview. Okay, cool. So now we go ahead and save that. Go back to summary. Cannot read of property of images. Oh, okay. What is this for? This is the swiper, components, movie details, cast. Okay, so I'm just gonna comment it out for now. It's also gonna not work if we, so I already had it in here, our function that initiates our trailers, or trailer swiper. I'll comment this out too, just for now. Okay, let's go back to summary. So all we do is say props dot summary. That should display our summary. And if it doesn't display it, we have to do some debugging to do. Props dot summary. That's a capital, so it's not a capital. Here it is. Here we have it. Now for the cast. So let's just pass it in here first. This dot come on. Prompts dot, this is movie credits. So movie credits dot cast. So movie credits dot cast. So yep, that's how we do it. And let's go back in here, and I have this set in a variable here, so I don't have to keep saying prompts.cast. So here we have our slide. It is what we have to do is, well, I'll just cut this out and we'll do it like this. So we'll say if cast is there, then return cast dot map, and we'll say current. Wait a minute, sorry. Current, and then so we'll paste that in there. Quickly fix this up. div. So we need our key. So we'll say current.id. And this is for cast, if I'm not mistaken. We need a conditional inside of that. Image source, and it's basically looks. Okay, I have to. Nah, we forgot one thing, so we have to pass in our configuration details for our images, and to do that, we just say config, and you can name this whatever you want, but that's what I'm naming it. This props dot config, I believe, and dot images, because that's what we need. And we go back in here. We don't need to say dot images. And so we're going to say if there is a cast and a config, then we're going to return our secure base URL with our size for the image and the path. Else we'll just return an empty string. And then for our out, we'll say current. Let's get rid of that string. Current dot. I'm going to say its name. And here, same thing. Current dot name. Let's save it and let's check it out. Here we go. Now for the fun part, here we have to import Swiper. I already did that in advance, as well as my icons. So I'm importing the font awesome icons, chevron left and then right. Now to initiate it, we start with the iffy, and I'm grabbing a hold of the container here. So now keep in mind, you always have to have either, well, you don't, I believe I can get rid of this swiper class, but not to confuse you, just have swiper container, have swiper wrapper, and have swiper slide as a class on all those things, because otherwise it's not going to work. But there is a way where you can have just basically cast slide, call it cast container, and it's somewhere in the documentation for Swiper. Basically, you are going to be saying that for the container, the class is actually cast container, and then for the wrapper, it's actually cast wrapper, and for the slide, you're going to call it cast slide. So that specifies what to, it's basically telling that API how that layout is without having to add those classes in there. But because I am too lazy to see where I can have those settings in there, I'm just gonna leave it like that, and we're gonna have these settings in there, space in between. I want 30 pixels. This is in margin in between each slide. Navigation, the previous element, we're basically gonna have to grab a hold of this and then grab a hold of that, and that should pretty much do it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and save, and then let's check it out. There it is. I will have like a dummy pic of an avatar, just so there's something here, and it doesn't look like that. So I think if we have that, it looks a little bit better, a little bit more presentable. So if we have like a dummy pic, just hey, there's no actual image for this guy, then I think it'll look a bit better. But for now, let's go ahead and actually look for it. Let's see if we can. We'll call this, I don't know, avatar profile picture. So something like this, but not so much like that. Too many options. Well, anyways, I'm gonna skip it for now, and I'll do that later when I find the right picture. So what we'll do now is go ahead and actually start with our trailers. Let's close out of here. And for our trailers, we're gonna be doing the same thing. We're gonna pass in trailer as well as config. Do we need configuration? No, we don't. We just need the trailers. And how to do that, we just need this props. I think it's inside of movie details, but just to double check. No, it's actually not. Oh, it has its own. Yeah, okay, so it's inside of movie trailers. So movie trailers, duh, right? Results. And we'll go into our trailers, and then we'll take that out. So then we don't need to say that because we set trailers on the other one. Okay, so now it's the same thing as the other. Go ahead and cut this out just so. We're gonna say trailers. Is it trailer or trailers? Trailer. Then return trailer dot map. And then we'll say current. So we need current dot, get rid of that, current dot ID. Actually, is it ID or is it something else? Yep, ID. And this is really simple. You just say current dot key, and that's what it's looking for, the key. And that is it. So let's go ahead and save this and save this. There's our trailers. Let's go ahead and decomment down, take those comments. Same thing for this, grabbing the trailer container. We have our navigation, so our font awesome icons. I have space in between, which is 10 pixels in margin, and that's it. So there it is. Now I've already done the media queries for this, although I don't like how many images show up at once. I'm gonna have to fix this as well. I think I had just set up for okay. Oh, it's because of the image actually gets a little bit bigger. Anyways, there it is. reviews. Why didn't the reviews didn't work? Okay. Close that out. Oh, well, reviews has not received its prop yet, so review. I'll just go to review, whatever. That movie reviews. Movie reviews. And I believe it's just results, so results. Reviews. It's not loading anything. Well, let's get rid of this. Oh, that's probably why I called it reviews. So there's our reviews. All right. Let me fix this real quick. I think this looks funky. Let me fix it real quick. And I'll be right back. Okay, so we got it. All right, so we are done with this. Now, there are a couple cases where there is no actual reviews or cast or trailers. So I think what I want to do is have another conditional here saying, how do we do it? We can say something like this, and this dot props dot, and this is summary, I believe. This dot props dot movie details. That overview, then return this. Otherwise, just an empty string. Same thing for this. And this is what was this cast? This dot props dot movie credits. So movie. Actually, let me go undo all this because we did not take in consideration that we're also doing TV, and TV is a little bit, I think, different. Not gonna bother, we're just gonna go ahead and power through it. So that's done. Let's just say this is done. And let's go back. Now if we click, I don't know what's good to click on. Jumanji. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Did we do this? Yes, we did. Okay, what is next? I went through that pretty quick. Okay. Let's see if we can figure this out as it is. So we're gonna have these two buttons are actually supposed to change up the state of media type. So once we click TV, it'll change it to TV. So it'll show everything TV, as well as it'll help once we're checking for what type of media it is and such. I think, just a second here. Const. All right, let's make a couple of changes here. Component. We'll also need connect from React Redux, so import connect. And what else? We need an action that is called, where is it? Set media type. So this is gonna change our state to movies or TV. So we'll go ahead and import it. Import. What is this called? Set media type. From, go back a little bit more into actions and down to set media type. Cool, now we have that. Let's go ahead and change this to a class. So extends component. Now we'll need render inside of here. Go ahead and put that inside of the render. Okay, now we have that. Now we have to get our props. So set map state to props. All right. And we pass in state. Let's check what we have. Root reducer. type. It's called set media type. So set media type. Wait, actually, I don't know if I media type. I'll just say media type. We've had issues before by naming the action and the props, and the state here is the same thing. So set media type dot let's see that item type. So okay, now we do the same for our dispatch. So map dispatch to prompts, pass in dispatch. And here we do set media type, and we're going to pass in, nope, we'll pass in item type. What did we set it in our action? Let's see. Pass in type. Let's just say type. Let's pass in the type. Dispatch. Dispatch our action. Set media type action with our type. Okay. Now we need our connect. So map state to props, and then map dispatch to props. Okay. So we'll have an event on here. Call it on click. We'll go ahead and just initialize everything here. So we'll call this function is dot props dot set media type, and we're gonna type, I think this is movies, so movies, and then same thing for here. So we'll call in these two functions. Let's go ahead and save. We forgot. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Okay, let's check in our state. Let's go into its movie. Let's go ahead and click on TV. Here we go. Changes it to TV. Okay, so now we'll also want to, oh, this is not good. Once those buttons are clicked, trending, is this TV on there? No, this is movies. Okay, so what this buttons are going to do is basically not only call this, not only send this action to the state and change that for us, but also change our DOM here, so it'll change it to TV. Let me look at my notes to see how we did this. think we already had that set up. Movie trailers, movie reviews. Play movies. Should be in capital. Okay, let's press those buttons again. Okay. So we'll do something similar like this for our homepage. I thought it was in the homepage, but I'm not. Media reducers, let's close that out. Let's go to home. Okay. So now we'll have a function handling this. So we'll say get movie data. Let's copy this, cut this out, paste it in here, and then we'll also call get tb data. We're going to be calling, we also need to map our dispatch to our props. So we'll need to import 4 actions for our TB. And those are, so we'll get the area, I think it's top rated, airing today, on air, and popular. So let me do this behind the scenes real quick. All I'll do is actually do the same thing as this. This is tedious, more Redux setup, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I am done. Took the liberty of organizing it a little bit. So I have movies here, everything from the genre list, our trending movies, and then here I have the same thing, genre list, as well as trending TV, and basically our results. And now we have our dispatch here. So basically our get TV data is going to call this actions and send our type to the state. So let's go ahead and start. So this also I did import it here, so just make sure to do that. This dot props dot is it movie TV popular, I think, backticks is it TV popular, TV on air. Let me get the link for that real quick. Okay. This dot prompts TV popular, TV airing today is fine. Put that in there. TV airing today. We'll do, also we got TV airing today, popular. TV popular, TV top rated, airing today. I think we don't have, we have top rated, popular, TV on air, or TV airing today. I think it's this one. TV on air. I think that's what it is. TV on air. Yep. Okay, so now that we're done, nothing's gonna happen because we're not calling the asynchronous, making an asynchronous call here. So we have to call the functions inside of the component did mount. But to do that, we do need to check for our state and specifically our media type. So if it's movie, then we're gonna load movie data. If it's TV, we're gonna load TV data. Let me check what. So set media type. It's not props, not set media type. That's set media type is equals to movie. We'll call this, I think it's what it is, movie data. Else this dot props dot set media type is TV, then we'll call this dot get TV data. Okay. So let movie, we're loading the movie here. Now we're gonna do the same thing here, but we are returning, we're declaring our variable outside of here, and we are checking again if it is movie type, then we're gonna load this sliders, which are all for the movies. And now we'll do an else if. So else if this dot props dot set media type is equals to TV. I'll go ahead and open it all up. I'm gonna copy and paste this. I don't like movie, I like media instead. Okay, and then we'll set this media. Now title, we'll say, what is it again? So we'll have it the same way. Now playing would be equal to TV on air. Yeah, we'll say TV on air. TV on air. And then popular would be just popular TV. Top rated TV. And then upcoming, is it upcoming? Upcoming would be airing today. So TV airing today. this will keep the same, but we will have to change this as prompts to TV on air TV, I think it is. Let's bring it down a little bit. On air TV, yes. On air TV, and then this would be popular TV. And top rated would be top rated TV. Upcoming movies. And that would be TV airing today. Airing today TV. Okay. Slides, trending movies. Okay. Let's see if we have any errors. And we do. Here we have TV. Okay, let's go and fix that. It's in TV actions. Seems like that's an occurring theme. Misspelling the types. Yep. It's not gonna be the only one, so save that, and then we gotta go into popular. As well as into top rated. Here we go. One more. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay. Let's bring up our... Let's see if it's a change. This is not going to change because we haven't done anything with the trending TV, but we will. We will just be checking for if it's, you know, if these item type is TV, then we'll switch it. But let's see. And did it work? No, there's still movies in there, no. But looks like we do have results, so let's see. We need to check out our media. Is it media slider? Media slider. Okay, so props on title, that's gonna work. Slides. So let's just pretend TV on air. Oh, that didn't work. So only called TV airing today, and TV on air was not called. No popular TV or top rated. Oh, no, nothing was called. What am I talking about? I thought I... Okay, let's go look at the console. No errors. And it does say it is set to TV, so I'm not sure. Oh, so it's not actually No, it should be. I mean, item type. It's no problem. So let's just change that just in case. Item type. So we're gonna have to go back up here. Change this. Item type. Item type. Not read properly to lowercase. Undefined. That is where exactly? Details, media slider. Props.type. We're not passing that in just yet, that's why. Type. That's it. Yep. Yeah, we gotta change this. So we'll change this to item type. Item type. Item type. Is that what it is? I think this is called set media type on our button function in as a dispatch action. So it might be that, but let's change this. Item type. Item type, save it. Okay. So there's our movies. Item type, item type. Click on this. So that it's working. It's changing it. Data's not working. So it doesn't make it our API calls. I wonder why. Let's see. Let's try something. Let's go into our buttons and not only let's call that. Let's just say this dot get. I think it's movie data. And then we'll call this dot get TV data. So let's go back. Movies. Let's hit our TV. That's not a function, obviously not. Well, that's because it's not in here. So media buttons. We could just pass it in. So I wonder if we can do that. Let's do this. Copy this. Put it in here. Result. Let's check. Set media type is obviously not a function. It's not prompts. Set media type. Okay. This prompts TV on air is not a function. Let's see. So it's working, but TV on air is complicated. I think it's talking about recall here. So this is not TV on air. It's actually a capital O. TV on air. Save it. Go back here. Now we want TV. Okay. All right, look at that. I think it's working. Yes, it's working. Okay. Now let's go ahead and actually change our trending in there as well. So home slider, let me see if it's the same thing. Whoa. So if we look into our state, backdrop size, I just gotta make sure trending TV has all those things. So there is a backdrop path, so we will need a backdrop size. Now, does it also have current.id? Yes, it does. Title, it's called, actually not title, it's name. So trending, it'll be current.name. Bold average is the same thing. Yes, it is. So two things are different. It's called title, here it's called name. And bold average is the same, I think. So it's just, I mean, it's just these two. What we could do is pass in a genre list. We could pass in item type. So item type, and we'll say equals to this dot prompts dot item type. So we'll say that config so we'll say const, we'll say type props dot item type, and we'll simply do if, what is it? If type is exactly like TB, and we'll return current dot name. I'll say return current dot title, and it'll be the same thing for here. Boat average, is it boat average? Just to double check, boat average, it is the same thing. Current.genre IDs. Let's see. Yes, it is current.genre IDs. So it'll do the same thing, but I think we need to also pass genre list. So let's extend this, and we'll say, so what should we say? We say if this prompts that item type is TV, then we'll return this dot props dot what is it, TV genre. So TV genre, else we'll just return movie genre, and I think that should do it. Let me save it over here, and I'll save it over here. Let's check it out. Okay, Load it up. Boom. Let's see if it changed. Trending is there, but it's not showing. Let me see. Check the components. TV. I think it's a whole bunch of them. Let's go into the root. Home slider. Whoa. I don't know if I want to display template, so how do we do this? So let's pass in on our map function. We can pass in index, and what we'll say is if the index, I think is greater than 0. Well, we're already saying that, so if index is less than 10, which is going to give us 10 slides, then we'll return this. Okay, so I have to switch out switch them out to curly brackets, and then switch this out to just parentheses. So switch this out. This is gonna be you. Deck. I might have done the wrong one. No, it's just so no, I didn't. I thought I had a conditional in there. Not sure what the heck. If okay, so I had to write it first. If then return So what we need here. Okay, let's try that. Doctor Sleep should be our first one. Huh. These are all movies. What the heck? Playing with fire. Okay, let me see if I can get this sorted out. It might be... This might be the issue here, so we might do something similar to this. It's just gonna take a little bit of quick HTML. What am I talking about? Let me pause the video and do pretty much the same thing as this, so I'll be right back. Okay, so everything, so the problem was that obviously everything was being loaded onto our media details component, but what we weren't doing was adding. So we were stuck on why is this not switching over to TV, right? But it was simply because we did not tell it to. So what we need to do is, again, do the same thing. This it was okay. So before I do that, it was a movie trending before this, and I switched it over to this, and that obviously fixed it. But to do that, we will do this dot prompts dot item type, and we want to check for it to be TV, and if it is, then we'll return the trending TV. If not, then we'll return this dot props dot trending movies. Trending movie or trending movies? Trending movies. Okay. So then that should switch it back to now movies, because we are our state says our item media type is movie. So now we have all this pretty much working. Now if we hit that button, everything switches, and now we have our state telling us that we want the media of TV. Now this is being a little funky for whatever reason, and I'll probably fix that behind the scenes, I guess. So that's it. You know, I think we had a good an hour and 15 minutes, and I think there's nothing else that I want to add. So let me check. So yeah, that's it. Again, we accomplished finishing our media details, and we fixed our bug in our read more or less on the reviews. And what else did we do? I did say that we were going to finish routing, but I don't think there was anything to do with that. And we also finished our home page, really. So there's a few things actually, you know what? That's a problem. I'll click on this. See how that, oh. So here's the other thing now. Media details has to be set up for basically has to be set up for it to take our TV data. So we're gonna have to go and change this again the same way we did on the home. So what I'll do is probably just finish this off before we start the next video, and I'll quickly browse over it because it'll be as simply as having ternary operators in here saying if it's our type, if our type is TV or movies, then we pass in, we let through the props for either movies or TV. So it'll be actually very simple. It's just a matter of, you know, having it in here really. So anyways, thanks for watching. We'll be back again for video number 8, and thanks again. Bye bye.